Hi Recovery Girls, I'm Kristin. I want to share a little bit about when in recovery we're thinking about asking God to remove our defects, and when we take those 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th steps, when we're taking a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves and admitting to ourselves, to God, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs, when we become entirely ready for God to remove our defects and we humbly ask Him to remove our defects. A lot of people can look at that as a season of serious navel-gazing or being really self-centered because you're just looking at yourself a lot. But one of the great ways I like to think about this that was shared with me by my therapist, who's an active recovery person, is that what we're doing in those steps is we are removing the blocks in our lives that keep God from flowing more freely through us. We're removing defects, things that maybe are either assets gone awry, assets on steroids, or just things that served us well as we were children, like denial, but now are seriously getting in the way of us being fully present to what God has for us, and they also get in the way of us being a channel for God to flow through. And that really is what life is all about, is intimate relationship with God, becoming all that He created us to be, and making room for God to flow through our lives so that we could be of use and of service to love others in our world. But it's really hard to do that when, like me, I've historically done that out of a need to feel significant or important. For me, I think it's still an ongoing struggle, but it was a really big struggle to want to serve and help and do things for other people, motivated out of a need to feel important or significant. Like, if I'm not useful to others, then I'm not worth anything. But in recovery, I'm learning and embracing that I am worthy just because God made me, and He loves me just as I am because He created me. But I still want to be available to Him. And so going through a period of time in my life when I wasn't really serving others or doing much besides taking care of my child at the time and working on myself has totally transformed the way that I can be of use to God. Because now, as I continue to take personal inventory, and when I'm wrong, promptly admitted it, when I also continue to look at the exact nature of my wrongs, become entirely ready for God to remove my defects, and humbly ask Him to remove my defects, then I can become a more free channel for God to flow through me to love a hurting world. You know, I'm so thankful I'm on this recovery journey with you. I'm thankful I don't have to do it alone.